The biggest advantage of having a side hustle is obviously the fact that you can have a 9 to 5 job and still have a side hustle that brings in extra income into your finances. And even if you were an entrepreneur and you are building a business that currently isn't there yet, having a side hustle is definitely a plus. There's no rule that says that entrepreneurs cannot have side hustles, is there? I don't think so. So if you're interested in finding out my top best 5 side hustles that I have done in the past, you definitely need to keep watching this video. Hi, my name is Kome Olori of She Dares to Succeed. I do videos on starting and scaling a successful business, making money and improving your productivity. Meanwhile, I want to use this opportunity to say a massive welcome to all of my subscribers, whether you are new or old. I want to say I appreciate every one of you because I know there are quite a few of you now and we are growing. So welcome definitely to my channel. I hope that you like it here and that you stick around. Now, if you're watching this video and you are yet to hit that subscribe button, please go ahead, consider hitting the subscribe button so that you do not miss any of my upcoming amazing content. All right, now without much ado, let's jump into this video. Now, some of you are watching this video and you know that back in the day, and I mean just a few months ago, I had a corporate 9 to 5 job. I was a trade finance specialist for quite a number of years. And so my background is in letters of credit and guarantees and things of that nature. Right. Recently, I transitioned from being a full-time corporate banker into being a self-employed entrepreneur. Right. But along the way, I tried a lot of things because by the time I realized that I really didn't want to be a banker, I decided that the best way to decide what I wanted to be was to try so many things. So God knows that I tried quite a number of side hustles. And so in this video, the details I'm giving you are of my top 5 most lucrative and most fun side hustles. No particular order, my first side hustle is focus groups. Focus groups are where they gather a group of people and you give them feedback on whether it's their product or their service, and they just take that information and tweak their product to get it better. So because I was working in banking at the time, I knew that my information and my insight and experience will be valuable on focus groups that had to do with financial products. So I tried to apply to all those products and I did get selected quite a few times. And it would just be 1 hour sitting down with the panel, answering questions and trying out their product, or going into the bank and having a speak with somebody. £60 an hour, and I really did enjoy those focus groups. The second side hustle on the list is testing websites. I loved this side hustle because what would happen is I would be sent a website and I would go on the website and try to use this website like an average user, trying to see if it was user friendly, if it was easy for me to find information, and just general things like that. And usually they'll send me a list of things that they wanted me to try out. And one of my favorite ones that I remember was a travel company. They were a startup travel company, a travel website, and I got to go on the website and pretend to book myself a trip. I can't even remember the name of this company, but at the time it was a very interesting project for me because I could see the back end of what they were trying to get me to do. I really enjoyed it, and I think I got paid about £100 for a couple of hours testing this website. So that was the most memorable one I did, but I did do a few other ones and I really enjoyed it. The problem I think came up because I was trying to also build my e-commerce business, and so I didn't really have as much time to be spending testing websites, if you know what I mean. And also I think a lot of people started to get informed about these opportunities, and so there was a bit of competition, and I just didn't feel like I should chase it as much as I was interested in doing at the beginning. Now, my third side hustle, and this one I earned a lot of money from, and I'm not going to tell you how much, but it was writing research papers for undergraduate and postgraduate students. So it wasn't too long ago that I was a research student myself, like doing a postgraduate. And so I helped the students to tweak, add a bit to their paper, read it up, edit it, and just make it look the best that it could be, like the best quality ever. And I did get paid quite a bit, to be honest. Writing, but specifically research papers, is something that I would definitely do again if I had the time and the drive to actually get a side hustle again. The fourth one on the list is the fact that I was making handmade jewelry, beaded jewelry, and I was selling these online. I was selling to my friends. I was marketing on every platform possible that I could find. And I sold quite a number of them to people who liked the fact that they were unique. They were obviously handmade. I tried Etsy, I tried eBay, I tried to market one-on-one to my friends. I went for a fashion show, and I tried pop-up events, and it was very interesting. The reason I stopped was because I knew that as much as I was enjoying it and I was enjoying the income that came from it, I didn't really see a future as a jewelry designer, and I didn't see how I was going to scale up handmade jewelry. The fifth one on the list is renting out my spare room, which is actually a very lucrative way of making money. Even though it's a side hustle, it's very passive in nature. Now, back in those days, and this is going back like 12 years ago, there was no Airbnb at the time, or if there was, I didn't know about it. But what I had at that time was share a room or spare room, and so I would rent a whole flat and I would sublease my spare room to somebody else. So while I was a student, I was living with another student. While I was working in the early days, I was living with another co-worker, but I always made sure that I had control of the house and I shared it with somebody else. And so it was a really good and very easy way of bringing in money as a side hustle. Now, guys, you have heard my top 5 ways that I have made money from side hustles. What I want you to do is in the comment section, tell me what side hustles you are currently doing, or which of my top 5 are you most interested in. I really like hearing back from all of you. And this is the point where I remind you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so yet, because I can promise you that I'm going to be bringing hot, spicy content to this channel and you don't want to miss any of it. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Take care. So the amazing thing about side hustles is that you can have this 9-to-5 job that actually pays your main salary while you are also having the main